A Virginia man claims he spotted Bigfoot and he has the video to prove it.
Finally, somebody.
Seriously, look how big it is. I don't think it is a human. I think it's a Sasquatch.
Public fascination with Bigfoot shows no signs of fading. Interest in this elusive creature is at an all-time high, both in the United States and around the world. There are even rumors that the US government has uncovered something shocking about Bigfoot. But what is it about these mysterious beings that captures so much attention? What do scientists have to say, and why do so many people remain convinced of Bigfoot's existence despite the lack of solid evidence? Join us as we uncover the government's top secrets related to Bigfoot. The rise of Bigfoot in American culture. The Bigfoot phenomenon in the United States can be traced back to ancient times, where it appeared in the Native Americans' artwork and legends. Unclear and mysterious, these first narratives depicting actual events tell the tales of meetings with a large, man-like creature living in the woods. Eventually, all these stories developed into what is now considered the present-day Bigfoot. The fact that the creature is associated with Native Americans means that the Sasquatch has been in North America far longer than most people might realize. Bigfoot is one of the popular cryptid creatures that have been seen in the folklore of North America and might have been recorded as early as 1811. John Pickering, an experienced Bigfoot investigator and a member of the Olympic Project, states that Sasquatch has been a reality for centuries. If you look into Native American mythology and legends, not just of North America, but the world over, you will find accounts of large bipedal creatures or creatures of man-like stature, quite similar to today's Bigfoot. These reports and legends vary by region and culture, but the underlying theme remains the same: an entity that can only be described as otherworldly. When Europeans and other settlers decided to colonize the North American continent, they also started coming across these creatures, but the topic was hushed. The Bigfoot phenomenon remained a local affair for the most part, and it was not until the mid-20th century that reports of such creatures started to go viral. This shift was largely driven by news stories, books, and other forms of media that gave sightings and information of the cryptid. While Bigfoot was popular in print and radio, its move to television marked a new peak in the phenomenon and its wide reception among the population. Television was instrumental in popularizing Bigfoot. During the 1970s, many television shows like In Search Of and a lot of documentaries played their part in making the subject all the more famous. Nonetheless, serious analysis began to wane in the 1980s as tabloid headlines belittled the Bigfoot concept. Sensational headlines such as "Bigfoot ate my baby" adorned the covers of grocery store tabloids, which only helped to foster skepticism and ridicule towards the creature. Others have described this as subtle propaganda, the kind of thing that alters people's perceptions, making it more difficult for students of the subject to be believed. Still, Bigfoot remains in the American consciousness and has transitioned from being a laughingstock in newspapers to being embraced by the culture. In the current generation, people are willing to consider the existence of something, even though they cannot go out into the woods to search for it. Other programs like Monster Quest and Finding Bigfoot have gone on to consolidate Bigfoot's position in the mainstream, though they added an element of scientific research to the story. Establishing Bigfoot as a part of American folklore was one thing, but to incorporate this character into movies, TV shows, and even toys, that was how much popularity the creature turned to. Bigfoot's presence in film, media, and merchandise. Bigfoot has not only taken over television, but also has left an imprint in the realm of movies. The Bigfoot legend has been depicted in motion pictures that include The Legend of Boggy Creek, Harry and the Hendersons, and Willow Creek. These movies of genres as diverse as horror and family comedy have served to establish Bigfoot as a symbol of American folklore. Due to the publicity and promotion, the creature has become famous to the extent that it can be used in advertisements, commercials, and even as a symbol for some products and services. The commodification of Bigfoot has continued to increase in the subsequent years. The interest in the subject has grown, and so has the economic potential that has come with it. Bigfoot has turned into almost more of a brand name for the consumption of products, from food such as Bigfoot pizza to beverages such as Bigfoot beer. This commercialization has attracted even many more people, bringing Bigfoot from what was once considered a novelty issue or a social pariah into the mainstream domain. With the advent of the internet, Bigfoot has become even more relevant in popular culture. Modern advances in the IT industry have made the flow of information and knowledge easier and more convenient than ever before. Thus, anybody can broadcast their experiences, photos, or videos to the whole world. Several forums and interest groups that are related to Bigfoot have also been created where people with similar interests can share the incidents that they have witnessed or the proofs that they have come across. According to the founder of Bigfoot Lunch Club, which is a Bigfoot blog, Guy Edwards, the internet has made it easy for people to compile news and information about Bigfoot. While in the early days of the internet, most of the information related to Bigfoot was sparse and difficult to locate, now one can find numerous blogs, websites, and forums to discuss the topic. With the growth of interest in Bigfoot through media and products, enthusiasts and researchers emerged as part of a dedicated community, all trying to find Bigfoot, but how did it impact them? The Bigfoot enthusiasts and community. With Bigfoot gaining more attention, there is a smaller community of people who are Bigfoot aficionados and researchers respectively. Interview with Doug Harjek, the most famous Bigfoot researcher and the creator and producer of the TV series Monster Quest. The subject in question has been popular beforehand, in an essentially subcultural manner, close to cult-like. Today the creature is used in commercials, and there are new TV shows, so Bigfoot has become a real pop culture symbol. Such a change has meant that there are more museums, stores, and events focused on Bigfoot, and each of them attracts thousands of visitors interested in the mysterious creature. One example is the Sasquatch Outpost and Museum in Bailey, Colorado. Jim Myers, owner of the Bigfoot Haven, offers visitors a view of the collection of items on the beast and gives information on other reported sightings in the region. A map with pins is placed in the middle of the museum. Every pin is a result of a visitor's spotting. In the Myers telling, customers enter the store too self-conscious to give vent to tales they fear would be laughed at. But when they come to this site, many of them feel safe enough to share their experiences, contributing to the pool of Bigfoot testimonies. Not only museums, Bigfoot has also been the subject of many creations in various fields and domains. Snuffy Dino, an artist proficient in chainsaw carving, has carved life-sized Bigfoot statues that have earned him fame. Dino's wood carvings are usually in great demand, and he even noticed that sometimes his customers buy these carvings instead of the usual bear carving. This work is showcased at the Ohio Bigfoot Conference, which has now developed into an annual gathering that draws more than 2,000 people at the Salt Fork State Park Lodge, situated in the Appalachian region. The conference, as with many other events targeting Bigfoot, is an unofficial forum where people interested in the topic can express their adoration and even share the news. The presence of a dedicated community resulted in structured research initiatives. As more people began to get involved, Bigfoot research transitioned from being a quirky curiosity to a more mainstream activity, with organized expeditions and symposiums. But will they find it? The increasing trend of Bigfoot investigations. Since its inception, a large number of researchers and enthusiasts have come forward due to the increasing interest in Bigfoot. Unfortunately, as the community grows, they experience a certain level of competition among themselves. Speaking to the Sasquatch Investigations of the Rockies and the Bigfoot Yowie and Yeti store in Denver, Colorado, Michael Johnson said that a lot of people visit his store looking for the truth. Among them, some are inquisitive, and there are others who have a lot at stake as far as hunting for Bigfoot is concerned. This has culminated in high chances of public expeditions, symposiums, and group congregations, making Bigfoot research a social event and an academic exercise at large. However, with more attention and monetary value being placed in Bigfoot, more people have come up in the middle of the frauds and scam artists. The Bigfoot community, as much as it is dedicated, is not monolithic. In some cases, the researchers' approach is very combative, where they are very defensive of their theories and reject others. Thanks to the availability of the internet, people are able to express their opinions, and this has led to factions within the community where people fight one another. This division has only been made worse by the addition of commercialism, with some people forging evidence or coming up with complex scams with the intention of becoming famous and rich. However, these challenges are still present, and many serious researchers keep on learning and developing. The work of early researchers like John Green, René Dahinden, Grover Krantz, and Peter Byrne, who became known as the Four Horsemen of Sasquatch research, remains influential to this day. These men devoted their lives to gathering evidence and preparing files, but none of them ever arrested the kind of proof that can validate the existence of Bigfoot. In the present day, there are thousands of researchers existing in the world, some of them working directly from their home and others going to the field with the aim of coming across the truth. As more researchers engaged in the search for this creature, new equipment and techniques were adopted to provide concrete proof of the existence of Bigfoot, and emphasis was placed on high-tech equipment to get a better look at the elusive creature. The search for evidence and the role of technology. The belief in and attempts to find the existence of the Bigfoot have been changing over the years, and the technology has been very instrumental. In the past, the investigators had to rely on testimonies, footprints made with plaster, and photographs that resembled the scenes from a blurred movie. In the present time, possibilities for investigation are endless, ranging from thermal sight cameras and drones, collection of fingerprints, DNA samples, and even audio recorders. They have provided researchers with means to gather more data and process it in techniques that were unimagined before. Still, as evident from the technological enhancements, it is still hard to come across some concrete evidence. Some scientists have obtained the hair samples, recording voices and even filming, but all this has not provided sufficient evidence of the existence of Bigfoot. Critics have suggested that until some remains or indisputable fingerprints are retrieved from the forests of North America, Bigfoot will continue to be a mere legend. However, the search goes on in spite of the absence of clear evidence. Some scientists, such as Dr. Jeff Meldrum, a professor of anatomy and anthropology at Idaho State University, have made their careers out of researching Bigfoot. Meldrum is one of the few scientists who are ready to state that Bigfoot can be a real and living being. He has collected numerous footprint casts and other pieces of evidence, and he says that due to the repeatability of the results, there must be something to look into. Meldrum's work, like that of others, has lent some credibility to the endeavor of studying Bigfoot. Despite the current scientific consensus's dismissal of such ideas, the increasingly detailed and persistent investigations of these researchers have left the question of Bigfoot's existence an ongoing subject of inquiry. With the progress in technology, it might one day be possible to produce evidence that can conclusively prove the existence of Bigfoot. As evidence continued to elude even the most determined researchers, some began to speculate about a possible reason for Bigfoot's continued mystery, something related to the government's involvement. The question remains, do they know about it? The government's involvement, theories and speculations. A very interesting and exciting aspect of the Bigfoot phenomenon is its relationship with the government. There has been a lot of speculation over the years that officials of the government know of the Bigfoot and are going out of their way to hide the truth about him. Others have claimed that the government has gone to the extent of collecting and destroying evidence and mistreating witnesses to ensure that the facts do not reach the public domain. These statements are usually made, in part, because some of the regions in which Bigfoot sightings are frequent include national parks and military zones that are off-limits to the public. Other people posit that the government conceals Bigfoot to prevent the extinction of these animals, possibly an endangered species. Some people think that the government is in power of such creature and they are afraid of people's reactions to it, and that is why they keep this secret. Although there is no solid ground for these theories, they are still alive in the community of Bigfoot hunters. The conspiracy theory that the government is involved heightens the curiosity around the Bigfoot subject, which is already quite an enigma. Whether there is government funding or not, Bigfoot is still able to maintain his hold on the people, and the search for the creature persists. Sasquatch is still one of the greatest enigmas in the modern world. Despite the decades of research, numerous reported sightings, and the efforts of thousands of enthusiasts, Bigfoot is yet to be located and captured on film. However, this phenomenon has not died out as many people would expect. In fact, Bigfoot has become even more rooted in our society since its inception, as it represents the mysterious and the strange. To believers, the hunt for Bigfoot goes beyond the simple objective of finding a creature of legend. It is about having the spirit of adventure, the spirit of exploration, and the spirit that maybe there is something out there that has not yet been explored. Regardless of whether Bigfoot is truly out there or not, it is clear that the legend of this creature is still alive and well, and people will keep on searching for the answers they seek. And so the search goes on. New technology and an unshakable drive will continue to propel Bigfoot hunters into the woods, dissect the facts and spread tales. Who knows? Perhaps someday the secrets will be told. Until then, the story of Bigfoot remains a subject of discussion, an indication that there are some things in this world that are still unsolved. Thank you for watching. Let's hear your thoughts about these discoveries. Also, like this video and subscribe to our channel for more exciting adventures. Stay tuned for more.